Good morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. It is bright and early here at City Athletic. It's the morning after the day before. Yesterday, I was up in Manchester doing the Manchester Manchester Marathon as a relay with Team Optimum. I was doing a half marathon when disaster struck. Twang, got a bit injured, was still 6 miles away, had to battle through. I don't know what damage I've done. I'm in a lot of pain. I've done all the immediate things to try and help my recovery. So I took anti-inflammatories, I iced it, I compressed it. So I'm gonna go have a little trip to the Physio now, to Perfect Balance Clinic, to see Dane, who's gonna tell me exactly what damage I've done and how I'm gonna get back on the road and training as soon as possible. Wish me luck. Here he is, Big Dane. It's time to go.
Time to go. Go time. How are you?
Good. Well, not good. I think you're going to tell me how not good I am.
Yeah. How's things holding up from Sunday?
Not so good.
No.
I'm going to let you have a little crack. See what the damage is.
Absolutely. We'll get started.
Let's go. Okay, dokie. Here he is. Getting in there. So, what's the diagnosis, mate?
Well, basically, Sean, you're quite restricted here in your QL. Your glute med and everything's quite locked up, and your pelvis and the side's quite blocked. So,
yeah.
Did a bit of soft tissue here, and we're trying to release everything and hopefully get you in a better position and get you back on track.
So, I niggled my back a couple of weeks ago, and we reckon that that's just locked everything up in my hip, and then all the running that I've been doing has just not been helping it. So, Dane here is just trying to realign my soft tissue a little bit, and I'm going to get an adjustment a little bit later on today with one of the Osteos. So I'm going to leave you guys well. Big Dane puts me in a considerable amount of pain. No pain, no gain. Okay, so first physio session of the day done. Unfortunately, I've got to have my hip adjusted now, so I've booked in again with an Osteo at 1:30, and then I'm going to take a little trip up the road to London Cryo, where I'm going to have a full body cryotherapy session to make sure my recovery is on point. It's one of those really annoying things. Everybody hates being injured, but I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I recover well and I'm back on track. So today, 2 appointments. I've had physio this morning to try and loosen up the joints. I then had to book in for an osteo appointment to get all the key joints around the hip adjusted. Just had that, and to settle everything down, I'm now here on Artillery Lane to give this a go. London Cryo. I've never had cryotherapy before. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I'm going in there for a big session to try and get my body to real sort of kick start with the recovery and with the healing. So let's get inside and give it a crack. Okay, so we're inside London Cryo with Maria, the boss. She's going to give a little run through of exactly what we're going to be doing today. Go on.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to step into the cryo cabin, which is going to go down to minus 130 degrees. And it does that so that the body thinks it's going into hypothermia, but it's not. It just gets you cold enough for the blood to rush to the core, where it's going to re-oxygenate the blood. Cool. And then once you step outside after the 2 to 3 minutes, all that oxygenated blood is going to go to areas where you've got all your muscle soreness and inflammation, and it's going to help get rid of it for you.
Fantastic.
I know, it is.
I'm excited. How cold is it?
It's bloody freezing.
I know in numbers, I said like a minus 190 or something, but is it like properly cold?
It's proper cold, yes. But the body can take it. It's
but we can take it because we're hard, isn't it? That's exactly it. Right, let's get London cryoed up. Let's do it. Right. Wow. Okay, cool.
So what we're doing now is we're pre-cooling the machine down to minus 100.
Yeah.
Then it'll be ready for us to open the door, let you step inside.
Yeah.
Once your head is up the top, we'll be able to press the start button, and it will go down to minus 130, and we'll do our 2-minute treatment.
Cool.
That's when the magic happens.
That's when the magic happens. Look at this. It's like something off of Star Trek. Right, let's get frozen. Oh, this is absolutely freezing. So we're at minus 130 degrees centigrade. How long have I been in there for?
You've been in there for almost 2 minutes, so you've got a couple of seconds left to go.
Oh, it's too easy.
You'd like to turn around and face me?
It's too easy. It's too easy. Oh. So now we're doing Normatec pressure therapy. So apparently it's like having loads of different massages, right? Is that right?
Yep, that's right. What it's going to do is help to reduce any muscle swelling and push lactic acid out of the system as well.
Perfect. This is definitely what I need after yesterday.
Okay, so now I am having my Normatec compression therapy. So basically, these things here are like, you know when you go in those like shopping centres and you sit in the massage chairs and they like kind of squeeze your legs? This thing is like super professional, super intense version of that. So what it's supposed to be doing is compressing my legs, pushing out lactic acid, helping the blood that has just been oxygenated from my core from the cryotherapy to the rest of my body. It's just trying to push everything back around again and get things moving, but so far it's super comfy, it's super relaxing, and I can feel myself getting better already, so this is a big thumbs up from me. Okay, so a little injury update for y'all. It's about 10 days after the Manchester Marathon where I had my mini breakdown. I've had several physio sessions, several osteo sessions, I've had some cryotherapy, and now I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm here on South Molton Street in central London, the sign's up there, where I'm going to be trying something called HyperBaric oxygen therapy. I'm excited. This is where they stick you in like a little highly pressurized cabin and then pump you full of oxygen so that not only do you heal better, but you should feel amazing. So this is the next sort of step I'm taking in my road to recovery. I haven't ran since the Manchester Marathon, which as I said is about 10 days ago. So hopefully this, coupled with some more osteopathy and sort of, I think it's called Electro acupuncture, which I'll be having later, should, fingers crossed, get me up and running by the end of the week, if not the end of the week, the weekend. So let's get inside and check it out. Okay, so this is the chamber of the little clinic here. I'm going to be in there for how long?
An hour.
An hour. And what's it going to do for me?
So it's just going to saturate your body with oxygen. It's going to diffuse the oxygen straight into your body fluid and remove any inflammatory, push it out of the way, and
all the good things, all the good things. This is the doctor right here. He's just given me an extra 15 degrees range of motion, maybe 20 degrees range of motion in my hamstring. So
in literally 3 minutes.
In 2 minutes. So hopefully an hour inside this thing will be a very enjoyable experience. I think it's starting. So we are in the chamber. It is actually super comfortable. It's a bit like, I'm guessing it's a bit like being in first class in an aeroplane. The pressure feels the same. This here is actually high quality oxygen that I'm breathing, and then the high pressure is supposed to drive it all around my body to all the areas where it needs it, but very comfortable. And in fact, I might go for a little snooze. Good night. So that was a super productive session down at the HyperBaric Oxygen Treatment Therapy Centre. I think I got that right, I probably didn't, but I now feel supercharged with oxygen. I'm back at City Athletic, yoik, and I'm going to be going in there and having a full osteopathy treatment with the Jedi. I think he's going to be doing some electro acupuncture on me. I had it a couple of days ago and it was amazing. So hopefully he's going to get in there, free up my hip, maybe do a little manipulation, and fingers crossed, I'll be back to action sooner rather than later. But I'm going to bring you guys along. I'm going to film a little bit of the osteo session as well, as much as I can, because it bloody hurts. So I'll film a little bit of that so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing on my road to recovery.
So here we go, the man, the myth, the legend, the Jedi here at Perfect Balance Clinic. What have you got for me today?
Just following up from your audition of how you tolerated the needles last time.
I quite enjoyed it. Anyway, let's see if I need it. Let's get to work, and then we'll recap after my osteo appointment.
Okay, so I'm on the bed. Stephen over here has been pulverizing my glute med and my hip, my quad, and now we're about to, I'm going to try and keep this as PG-13 as possible, but you might get to see a little bit more than you want to. But here's my butt, well, kind of my butt, kind of my hip, with some needles in it. Oh, hello. And he's just cranked up a little bit of current. This is electro acupuncture.
Yeah, that's correct.
So tell the guys watching a little bit about what it is.
So Sean's got a little bit of muscle spasm around his hip there. So what we're trying to do is just to dampen down the activation of the muscle there. So we can use electro acupuncture between 2 and 4 hertz normally. We generally find it reacts very quickly, a couple of sessions and the muscle spasms really released. Saves a lot of the pain that you go through with deep tissue massage and stuff, just to deactivate that muscle very quickly. It's normally quite safe. You just need to make sure that people haven't got any pacemakers or any electrical devices inside them, because it doesn't go well with water or small children or electrical devices.
I haven't got any pacemakers. But look at this. It's a little bit weird. You can see the muscle just spasming. But this here is, again, I've been trying to use all the tricks of the trade, all kind of the science available to me to try and get over this little injury. And this is definitely one of those things that you don't see every day, but it's very cool. And having had it on Monday, it definitely works. Anyway, I'm gonna go away now and try and go through a little bit of pain from these needles and the current. Okay, so that is it. Final treatment of the week done, and I have finally been signed off to get back on the road. So it's been a long road. I've had physio, osteo, cryotherapy, Normatec therapy, HyperBaric oxygen therapy, and then some Electro acupuncture to try and get my hip functioning again so I can get back on the road and try some running. Just been signed off, so I'm looking forward to getting back. It's been a long 10 days. It'll be about 2 weeks since I've last run. It's about 3 and a bit weeks to go till I leave for Nepal, so happy to be signed off. Let's get back on the road.